What's good, dudes and dudettes, and to the 10 remaining Wraith mains, hi. Today we'll be talking about one specific deck that could potentially make Wraith S tier. With all that being said, let's get into this poorly put together tutorial. Now I'll split this up into segments with timestamps to make things efficient for you guys. We'll first start with how to kidnap. Second is when you should be looking for a kidnap. And in the last segment, I have some tips and tricks to make your kidnaps a little more consistent. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the idea of the kidnap itself is pretty easy, but it's a little harder to pull off in practice. But just to start things off, you want to use your alt, whatever bind that is for your input, and Q and run up to the enemy and try and essentially take them in your portal. Can't even kidnap dummies. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose. We'll just roll a clip, I guess.
Make sure you always leverage high ground like in this example. This way your enemies can't take it back.
Is that the same guy? And this is the easiest part. It's very simple. You simply press your alt and then jump off height. Simply pop it and then jump off, and your portal will always be in the air like that. It's very simple to do, and you'll probably just get it every single time. So you first pop your alt and then you just jump off a ledge. Sometimes you want to jump off a ledge and just turn your camera back and tap straight back into the wall, so you don't fall off. For example, on Olympus, you don't want to fall off the map. Well, you should look for kidnaps when one, a team is healing, or you know that people are healing. Two is when people are rezzing, and three is when people are in a building. Those kidnaps are probably going to be your most consistent ones, since they're the easiest. Whenever a team is like in a small area where there isn't a lot of room to move, it makes it easier for you, since you don't have to predict that much. There's a bigger chance of them just walking into your portal by accident.
The people healing are always free for the taking.
Oh, it's cheating!
Heard this revolt from my left and predicted him coming out of the door. Doorways or narrow places are your best friend.
Bro, that's just cheating, bro.
This is what I mean with narrow places are your best friend.
You should not have lost that, bro. And my tips and tricks to make kidnaps more consistent is simply by trying to kidnap as many times as you can. Since even now, a lot of people just don't expect it, and you'll just catch them off guard. So you want to just try and put as much practice in, because most of it is just practice. But you need to get you need to like almost develop a sixth sense for it, since all you have to do, most of it is just predicting. You just put your practice in, get your portal like how many 10 times a game or something. Just put practice in, and eventually it'll just get better over time. But being able to take one person out of a fight is very strong. It allows your team to always fight a 3v2. People say that Wraith is very bad in ranked and yada yada yada, and I kind of get it. There are better legends to play, but for my dedicated Wraith mains, she is not completely useless. If you master this stack, your teammates will thank you for all of the free RP that you're getting them. And if you're playing in a 3-man, that's even better, because that's when Watson fences can come in. You could also put a horizon queue underneath the portal. If you can't find a ledge to put your portal over, you could literally just put a horizon queue on the portal and they'll just fly straight up, or a horizon alt to pull them off. You could also use a Newcastle wall to stand on top of it and then use that as the height leverage you need to put your portal in the air. There's a lot of things that you can do, and if there are any combinations that I have forgotten to mention, be sure to put them down in the comment section. I thought Catalyst might be good since they can't really move, but I'm not sure, not 100% sure, but I think Catalyst could also work very well. Tactic that could also work, I haven't really been able to test it out myself, but coming back to the point I made earlier about trying to kidnap people that are healing, since most of the time they'll be sitting still in some sort of a corner, or just moving very slow because they're healing, you know. If you're playing with a 3-man, you could have someone rock a sniper and try and tag them just for you to go in and try to kidnap that same person. Sometimes people can see you come in when you run at them, and in that case, people will try and just run away. Those kidnaps are probably the hardest to go for.
Even though it's hard, it's not impossible. So don't be afraid to simply limit test and put on more experience.
Yeah. Nice. In that case, try and look around for someone else that might be easier to take. And if you can't really take anyone, it doesn't really matter, since you'll just hop back into your portal and it's just a safe way to get. It's like you take no real risks, right? Best case scenario, you get free RP. Worst case scenario, you just go back to your teammates, and that's that. So anyway, with all that being said, I hope it was a little informative. I hope you could follow the guide. It's my first time making one. So yeah, other than that, drop a like, sub, you know, all the usual shit. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh my god. Fire! What the?